Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tech Time. If you are studying for the CompTIA Security Plus exam, or you just want to learn more about protecting yourself online, this video is for you. Today we are diving into the top 5 common cybersecurity threats straight from the Security Plus Domain 1 objectives. So we're going to break these down so you'll know how to identify, prevent, and defend against them. So let's get started. First on the list is malware. Malware is an umbrella term for any software designed to harm a system. This includes viruses that attach themselves to files and spread when the file is executed. This can be worms, which are self-replicating and spread across networks. This can be ransomware, which encrypts your data and demands payment for the decryption key. This can be spyware, which secretly monitors your activities, stealing sensitive data. Some malware defense tips are to install your antivirus and use your antivirus, keep your system up to date, and avoid clicking on any suspicious links. The second threat we're going to cover is phishing. Phishing is one of the most common and dangerous social engineering attacks. Phishing tricks users into revealing sensitive information, like passwords or credit card numbers, through fake emails, websites, or messages. There are 2 different types of phishing attacks. You have spear phishing that targets specific individuals or organizations, and you also have what's called whaling, which focuses on high-profile targets such as executives. Now what you see here is an actual phishing attempt email from my personal email account, and if you look at it you can already see that Google labeled it as a possible spam, but if you look at the sender address and where it was actually sent from, they're not the same. They came from 2 different addresses, supposedly 2 different addresses, and if you were to hover over any of the links in the email, it's kind of hard to see down here at the bottom, but each of these links goes straight to a mail to and several random Gmail addresses all in a row, so it is very suspicious right off the bat. As we just covered a little bit, some ways to spot a phishing attempt is to look for any misspellings or unusual sender addresses. Always avoid clicking on links in an email that you find suspicious. You can hover over the link and see the URL that it's going to send you to first, and if anything about it is strange whatsoever, do not click on it. And you can always verify the request. If it comes from somebody you work with, you can message them on Teams, or even go around the corner if you're in the same building and ask them what the email was about. So the key is just to look for anything that even remotely looks suspicious about the email. The third type of attack we're going to talk about is distributed denial of service attacks, or DDoS attacks. In a distributed denial of service attack, an attacker uses a network of compromised devices called a botnet to flood a target with traffic, making it unavailable to legitimate users. Targets typically include websites, applications, or even an entire network. Some symptoms of a distributed denial of service attack can be slow performance or even a complete downtime. Some ways you can defend against a distributed denial of service attack is to use firewalls and distributed denial of service mitigation services. You can monitor your traffic on a regular basis and watch for unusual patterns, and regularly update devices to prevent them from becoming part of the botnet. The fourth threat we're going to talk about is SQL injection. This is where an attacker manipulates SQL queries to access or alter a database. This could lead to stolen customer information or unauthorized database changes. An attacker will inject malicious SQL commands through input fields. You can see on your screen here an example of a login box where the attacker entered in the command or 1 equals 1, which is always true, into the field in order to try to bypass authentication. Some ways you can prevent an SQL injection attack is to use input validation and parameterize your queries. You can employ web application firewalls, and you can regularly update and test your database for vulnerabilities. Finally, we have insider threats, which are security risks originating from within the organization. This could be a malicious employee stealing data or an unintentional user. The key difference between being malicious or unintentional is that a malicious insider was doing what he's doing deliberately. An unintentional insider threat could be due to a lack of awareness, or it could have been done accidentally. Malicious insiders act deliberately, often for financial gain or revenge, whereas an unintentional insider can expose systems due to negligence. Some ways to mitigate insider threats are to implement least privileged access. That's where they only have access to what they have to have access to. Regularly monitoring and logging user activity in the system, and conduct regular security training. As a review, the top 5 most common cybersecurity threats are malware, phishing, distributed denial of service, SQL injection, and insider threat. These are just 5 of the many cybersecurity threats you need to be aware of, whether you're preparing for the Security Plus exam or you just want to protect yourself online. If this video has helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more IT and cybersecurity content. And don't forget to join me for my upcoming live study session where we'll go deeper into Security Plus topics with live practice questions focused on Security Plus's Domain 1 objectives. I'll see you next time.